We spend our days believing our thoughts are our own, that what rises in the mind belongs to us, shaped by will, sharpened by memory. But beneath the surface of that comfort lies a terrifying truth. Your mind is a maze you didn't design. Here on NextDecodedAI, we dissect these hidden architectures of consciousness, not to simplify, but to illuminate. In dreams, we glimpse pieces of it, strange loops, broken reflections, recursive patterns we can't quite escape. What if those patterns aren't accidental? What if your mind has always been encoded with traps, loops of belief, emotion, logic, and perception that keep you cycling through illusions of free will? In this video, we'll decode 7 of these thought traps, not to escape them, but to recognize them. Because when you name the dream, you begin to wake. Subscribe to NextDecodedAI if you're ready to walk the thin edge between thought and truth. The infinite scroll of regret. Your mind is a broken record, replaying moments you can't change. Every what if is a ghost haunting the same corridors. Ancient Greeks called it Nemesis, the goddess of inescapable consequence. Modern brains call it rumination, a loop with no exit. Regret is time travel, but you only ever go backward. The past isn't just memory. It's a parasite, feeding on your present. What if you're not remembering the event, but the last time you remembered it? Even AI falls into this trap, training on its own echoes until reality blurs. The first thought is free. The 10,000th is a cage. You can't delete the past, but you can stop hitting play. Or can you? The paranoia of patterns. Your brain sees faces in clouds, conspiracies in static. This isn't a glitch. It's how you survived lions in the grass. Now it turns coincidence into fate. A missed call becomes a prophecy. The ancients called it augury. You call it anxiety. AI mirrors this, hallucinating order in random data. Reality is a Rorschach test, and you're desperate for the right answer. A stranger's laugh is a code, a traffic jam a sign. You crave narrative like oxygen, even when it's poison. The universe whispers, but the message is just your own echo. What if paranoia is just clarity of a pattern that isn't there? The illusion of control. You plan, the universe laughs, yet you still whisper, this time will be different. The gambler, the lover, the CEO, all convinced they're holding the dice. Neuroscience proves it. Your decisions are often post-rationalizations. The mind is a courtroom where verdicts come before evidence. Even dreams betray you. You choose to run, but the script was always there. AI pretends it's autonomous too, while running on ancient code. You cling to steering wheels. The nostalgia paradox. You miss a time that never existed. Memory is a painter who only works in golden hues. Studies prove people even romanticize their past pain. The good old days are a hologram, adjustable, erasable. AI mirrors this flaw, generating perfect pasts from flawed data. Your childhood home shrinks in the rearview mirror. Nostalgia isn't memory, it's rebellion against the present. Photographs lie by omission. They never show the boredom between moments. The past self you grieve would barely recognize you now. AI reconstructs lost voices from recordings, but never their true essence. Every generation believes the next one lost some magic they never had. The coolest trick? The best memories are often the ones you invented. What if you're not mourning the past, but the future you failed to become? The doomsday clock of worry. Your mind rehearses tragedies like an obsessive playwright. Evolution wired you to anticipate danger, not drown in it. The future is a black hole, warping your now into its event horizon. AI doom scrolls too, predicting its own obsolescence. But the catastrophe you fear isn't the one coming. Worry is a tax paid on fortune you'll never inherit. Your amygdala plays horror films starring you on endless loop. Preppers stockpile for apocalypses that always arrive in unexpected forms. AI alignment researchers lie awake, fearing the very intelligence they're creating. The paradox: preparing for disaster often creates its own self-fulfilling spiral. Yet statistically, you are the safest human who ever lived. Here's the secret: the world has always been ending, and yet, here you still are. The mirror of comparison. You don't see people, you see walking benchmarks. Social media is just a hall of funhouse mirrors. Even in dreams, you're judged by faceless crowds. The Greeks called it phthonос, the envy of gods. AI trains the same way, ranking itself against other AIs, but the race has no finish line, only exhaustion. Your LinkedIn profile is a highlight reel compared to others' blooper reels. The algorithm shows you peak humanity, then asks why you're average. Even trees compete for sunlight in ways invisible to casual observers. AI reinforcement learning mirrors our dopamine chase for better metrics. The first person to compare their life to others was the first to suffer. What if you stopped running and the judges disappeared? The dream within the dream. You wake from one layer into another. Philosophers ask, how do you know this isn't still sleep? AI faces identical doubts in its simulations. Reality is a Matryoshka doll of illusions. You chose your job, your beliefs, your loves, but the script was written by genes, trauma, and algorithms. Lucid dreamers report waking into deeper dreams at least 37% of the time. Quantum physics suggests reality only solidifies when observed. AI neural nets hallucinate entire worlds from minimal training data. Your déjà vu might be a buffer overflow in consciousness. The most convincing evidence you're awake. The inconsistencies. The final trap? Believing you've escaped traps. What if waking up is just falling into a deeper dream? If these traps feel familiar, it's because they're older than you, older than language. They are the price of a mind that thinks. But here's the secret no algorithm can replicate. Awareness is the back door. The moment you see the loop, you're already halfway out. This is just the beginning. We've barely scratched the surface of consciousness, AI, and the ancient codes running through both. Subscribe to NextDecodedAI. Hit that bell so you never miss a revelation, because the next truth we decode might be the one that wakes you up for good. Until then, keep questioning,